Councillor Ross McWilliams here. I hope you're all keeping well during this difficult time. You will have seen that we have recently moved into the new local Tier 2 restrictions. The best thing to do now is to follow the guidance, and hopefully we will see ourselves move down into Tier 1 with fewer restrictions. The Prime Minister has said that we're going to see the scientific cavalry coming over the hill in the next few weeks and months in the form of the vaccine and mass testing. Hopefully both of those things will enable us to get back to some semblance of normality in the not too distant future. In other news, RBWM will shortly be bringing forward a new housing strategy. Now, the debate on housing within RBWM has for a long time overwhelmingly focused on the quantum and the number of homes we need to build and the places where we build them. I'm sure we all hope that this discussion, this debate, will be coming to a conclusion and will be settled. The local plan is currently going through its second public examination, and we should be hearing from the planning inspector over the next few weeks what main modifications she wants us to make to the plan in order for it to be adopted. Once that happens, we will have hopefully settled the debate about how many homes and where, and the what and the how for housing delivery, and then we can look at why. And I think it's really important to talk about this a lot more than we have at the moment, because you can get bogged down in saying homes are just about meeting housing targets, or homes are just bricks and mortar or financial investments, but there's so much more than that. I think a home is somewhere to keep warm, it's somewhere to seek shelter, it's somewhere to rest, to feel secure, to raise and protect children, and to enjoy your life with your friends and family. And RBWM is one of the best places in the country to live. It has some of the best schools, it's safe, it has beautiful countryside and open green spaces, lots of employment opportunities, and strong infrastructure links as well. And this has led to big economic growth within the area and large inward migration from talented individuals, families, entrepreneurs, and other people just looking for a slice of the good life that we enjoy here in RBWM. And I think all of those people should be welcome for everything that they bring to the borough. However, this economic growth and our growing population has not always been met with the requisite housing growth, and this has led to big increases in house prices. And I think it's worth thinking about what the consequences of that have been. We have seen people lose out as a result of that, whether that be RBWM's younger people who find it harder to get onto the housing ladder or to rent in the borough, whether that's some of our vulnerable people who, without the provision of social rented accommodation, don't have that safety net that they need, or people that were in a house for a long time, being able to afford mortgage payments, but for whatever reason are now renting but can't afford those rent payments. There's all sorts of reasons why people feel they might not have benefited from the economic growth and success of RBWM. But I think it's clear to say these aren't people who have moved into RBWM but can't afford to live here. These are lifelong RBWM residents who are finding it difficult to get their share and their home within RBWM. And I don't think any of us want a borough where the children of lifelong RBWM residents are forced to leave the borough in order to find their own home. That means that moving away from their own support networks and their families. I don't think we want a borough where we don't have enough social housing to provide that safety net that our rough sleepers and other vulnerable individuals need. And we also don't want to be a borough where lifelong RBWM residents can't afford rent anymore and so feel the need to move out. I think what we all want to see is a borough where we build the right number of homes to support both RBWM residents and inward coming residents coming from outside of the borough who contribute so much to our culture and our economic success. I think we also want to build places, not just estates. We want to build places that people want to live and that promote health and well-being and embody what's the most up-to-date cutting-edge technology in sustainability. And we also want to proactively help vulnerable people by having a housing market that doesn't pent up problems further down the line for lots of people who can't afford housing and so then rely on council services at a later date. This is the first time that we've had a debate about what kind of housing market we want. We've had lots of debates about how many homes, but not necessarily a debate about what that market and what those kind of homes are going to look like. So I think this is really welcome, and I hope you welcome this opportunity as well. We've started by having some initial consultation sessions with your councillor representatives, as well as your parish councillors and partner organisations such as registered providers or housing associations, homelessness charities, the CCGs, the clinical commissioning groups, the local NHS, and other groups, to make sure they have the opportunity to feed into the initial draft. The initial draft should go to Cabinet next month, and if approved, it will go to public consultation for 6 weeks, so you'll all have the opportunity to feed into that. And then after that, it should go to Cabinet for final adoption sometime in the new year, that will take into account your ideas as well. But this is a really good opportunity for everyone to feed in. There is no one organisation that has all of the answers to creating a viable and efficient and compassionate and open and inclusive housing market, and all the things that we want our housing market to be within RBWM, which is why we're holding these kind of consultations, to understand all of your ideas. So I hope that sets out our ambition for this strategy and how you can get involved, and there will be further updates in the future. But that's it for now. Thank you very much, and continue to stay safe.